right, everyone. It is time for some impromptu Q&A tonight. I finished Zelda Link to the Past early, which I knew I would. I knew the ending wasn't going to take more than like an hour. So we got about maybe roughly 45 minutes of Q&A here. Let's see what people have to ask me. All right, let's do it. Let's see what people are up to. All right. So, let's see here. First question of the night. Let's see here. Oh, it all scrolled off the screen. Will Bethesda offer anything at all for the presentation besides Starfield? Carlos, who knows? I have absolutely positively no idea what Bethesda will show this coming Sunday at the showcase with Microsoft. I don't even care. I don't want to speculate. I'm here to react to it and give you my opinion once we see it, but I don't want to jump the gun and try to make predictions. I mean, do I want to see Starfield? Yes. Do I want to see maybe a new Doom? Sure. Do I want to see updates on Elder Scrolls? Of course. How about Fallout? Yes. Will we get any of that? Who fucking knows? With Bethesda, you never know. I'll tell you what will be there. The same thing that's there every year. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, Elder Scrolls Online. It's there every fucking year, and every year everyone says nobody cares. Literally everyone says no one cares, and they have it there every year. But outside of that, I have no idea what they're going to have. I just got an anonymous $25 tip. Wow, thank you to whoever this is. I appreciate that very much. And with that, it means we will have some Gunner glasses tonight. Let's get those on and then continue. Next question. Can I play Mario 2 with the original version of Doki Doki Panic? If I play it, that's what I'm playing, Malcolm. Yes, we've already talked about that. That's the one that I'm interested in playing because Lost Levels is fun, but it literally is Mario 1 again, only much tougher. While Doki Doki Panic / Super Mario Bros. 2 American version is a very different game. It's completely different. It's challenging too. And if I play it, I will not do warp zones. I will play every stage in order, attempting to beat them normally, which makes it even more challenging. So there you go. Do I think I'll ever go back to multiplayer games? Sure, when there's ones I want to play. I played Call of Duty when I liked it. I haven't liked it in like over a year, so I don't care about it, right? I'm going to be playing the new Capcom collection, Capcom Fighting Collection, in just a couple of weeks. That's going to be a staple for a bit. If I like it, I'll keep playing it, you know. We'll see what happens. There's lots of multiplayer games coming out this year I'm likely going to be checking out. Redemption Games is curious, what are the other releases for the month? I have an updated listing for you guys because guess what? Today was Summer Game Fest. So, for the rest of the month, tomorrow, it is The Quarry premiering. On June 13th, we're going to be checking out the PlayStation Plus Premium Service launch. It's going to be the new tiers here in the United States, and I'm curious to see what's on them. So we'll be investigating that and likely pulling some games out of that to play at some point. June 16th, it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which is on Game Pass. I'm now playing that. Sonic Origins on June 23rd. Capcom Fighting Collection starting June 24th. Now, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes also comes out June 24th. That's the Musou game. That's Fire Emblem. I don't know if I'm going to play it or not. I think I'll play it by ear. Let's see what people say about it. Let's see how I'm doing with the current releases I'm juggling, and we'll figure it out. I'm definitely playing Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course on June 30th, and then the only new game so far in July, on July 19th, there's Stray. Okay, there is more stuff later in the year, but I don't want to go into all of it. That's basically what's on the horizon, right around the corner. Okay? Okay. Malcolm says, what character do I like best in Mario 2? The thing about American Mario 2 or Doki Doki Panic, each character, there's 4 of them. There's Mario, Luigi, the princess, and Toad. Each one of them has an advantage. Luigi can jump extra high, and I think, doesn't he hover a tiny bit? And then the princess can actually hover with her dress, so she jumps a decent height, but then she goes, whoa, 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 and can get extra long gaps. I actually forget what Toad's special is, but he has something good too. They each have a unique thing, so that's the cool thing about it. It's actually strategic. You can pick a certain character per stage and actually do better because of their abilities, which is really neat. Do you think I'll see Street Fighter 6 on Monday, Jade? Yes. I think we will see more about Street Fighter 6 in the Capcom showcase that's taking place this coming Monday. I absolutely believe we will see more. Likely a bigger breakdown of gameplay, I would think. What games would I personally like to revisit that I haven't played in forever? I've already stated this. Do it again. Earthbound, for sure. I want to play Earthbound again, hopefully over this summer. And we were just talking about this before I finished Zelda tonight. I didn't even know there was a Castlevania Classics collection. There is. Apparently, it's Castlevania 1 through 3 on the NES, then Super Castlevania on the Super NES, and I guess it has like other games too. I would be so pumped for that because I never beat Castlevania games back in the day. I rented them and I played them, but I never bought one and I never beat one. And I love the soundtracks of those games. As tough as those games are, since this collection likely will have things like resumes and save states, it would make it more viable for streaming. I would absolutely love to play those. Earthbound Beginnings, well, that's the prequel, right? That's the original Mother, because remember, Earthbound is actually Mother 2. I think Earthbound Beginnings is Mother. I would love to play it someday. I never played it, but hey, you know, we got to make time for it. We got to figure it out. I know it's there on the Switch. Mega Man NT, I think everyone, he says, anything I didn't like in Breath of the Wild, no one liked the destructible items. The shield, the sword wearing out. It was fucking annoying. Everyone hated that. Obviously, that's the one real nitpick I have for it. Ugh. We beat Zelda, Derek. Yes, we beat it. You're late. You missed it. You missed the finale. Is God of War 2 getting canceled? You mean God of War Ragnarok? It's not getting canceled, but the fact that it wasn't at the Sony State of Play, and now it wasn't at Summer Game Fest, you have to think there's something wrong. It's not coming out this year. It's ridiculous that I think it got rated in like South Korea or something, but where is the game? Like, what's going on? I don't know. I'm actually not confident it's coming out this year now. I want it to. Don't get me wrong. I want it to come out this year. I want to play it. But I really don't have much confidence. Very true. With Dre Day says Castlevania was Dark Souls before Dark Souls. It was the original horror, gothic, very difficult game. Absolutely. That's correct. And of course, you know what it was? Ninja Gaiden, okay, was Japanese culture ninja style. Castlevania was gothic European style. And they were the same style of game. Hard as fuck. No, there is no official delay for Ragnarok yet. It has not been delayed till 2023. That is internet rumors that are being spread as fact. It's not true yet. Hasn't been officially announced yet. But I wouldn't be shocked if it does get officially announced. What was for dinner? My wife made homemade tomato soup, and I made homemade grilled cheese on sourdough bread, cheddar cheese. So we had dipping our homemade sourdough grilled cheese into this delicious homemade tomato soup. It was absolutely delicious. Very, very good. When will I start Fallout 3 again? No time soon. We are trying to finish up Skyrim, which, by the way, we're on our way now. Finally, we're on our way. We're in the Dawnguard DLC. It's about 10 hours long. I've already played about 2 hours of it. So maybe another, 3-4 streams. And then the finale of the story. So hopefully by the end of June or maybe early July, we'll finish Skyrim. And then finally we have the Bethesda game playthrough kind of done. We'll give it a little bit of a rest. And then maybe later on this year or next year we'll start it. But I'm definitely not doing Fallout 3 anytime soon. I need a break from Bethesda. Yes, Dull and Shadows, I've put tomatoes in my grilled cheese. That is delicious. I've also put bacon, ham, and turkey in grilled cheese. Of course, then it's not really considered a grilled cheese, more considered a melt sandwich. And those are absolutely delicious as well. Very good. Yeah, Derek, he says, at first I wasn't interested in watching you play the Corey, but I'm interested because David Arquette's in it. Yeah, it's got all real actors. Like, it's almost the entire cast is known actors that they got for this game. From all walks of life, from all different kinds of movies, horror movies, but other series as well. I think it's going to be an outstanding game. I really do. If you like horror and you like these interactive stories, it's going to be dope. I actually can't wait for tomorrow. I'm pretty excited for it. Okay. Yes, I did play Grandia. I have played Grandia. I played Grandia 2. I played one of them on PC, and it was really, really good on PC, but I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Grandia 2. Do I think I'll ever play Persona 5 Royal? No idea. My original Persona 5 playthrough was insanely long. I think to this day, it's still maybe my longest playthrough, although Skyrim may give it a run for its money. Skyrim's at 130 hours, and I don't know how many hours Persona 5. Someone might want to start doing math and figure it out because Skyrim might beat it now. But I am not going back to that anytime soon either. Oh, I hope you enjoy the movie. Jade says he's going to see Jurassic World Dominion tomorrow. Hopefully it's good. Iron Man the Power says he thinks that the new Ms. Marvel show on Disney Plus is fantastic. There you go. I have not seen it. I don't have Disney Plus. Super Mario Sunshine fan thinks that Grandia 2 is better than Grandia 1. I only played 2, I think, so. Hobo X says, someone asked if you would play Mother 3 or if you ever played it before. No, I did not. It says never releasing in the US, you'll have to emulate it, but SNES emulation is easy. You know, maybe someday. You say never say never. I can't do anything on PC right now, but never say never. Is Battlefield done now? If you ask EA, no. But if you ask anyone who played the latest Battlefield, yes. That's how bad it was. Fire Emblem Three Houses was pretty long too, but I think people did the math and determined that Persona 5 was still longer. Yeah, I think so. Currently, like I said, Skyrim currently I believe is 130 parts, which is roughly 130 hours. So, I don't know if any game I've played has been longer than that. What's the favorite city I've ever traveled to? Oh, man. My favorite city that I've ever traveled to? I've been to a few nice cities. I would say it's tough question. And by the way, this has to be in the time frame that I visited. It can't be now. Because, for example, right now, Seattle's terrible. Seattle is still full of crime. The business owners are still upset with the government that they let everything get so bad. But when I first moved here and went to Seattle a time or two, it was fun. Pike Place Market in particular, that whole area and the waterfront is very nice before the crime. What's funny is everyone seems to hate on Chicago. Everyone seems to crap on it. They say it's terrible. It's crime filled. I've been to Chicago at least twice for tourism purposes. I loved it. I didn't have a single problem. Maybe it's because I walked in the more touristy areas and therefore there was more police presence or something. But I didn't have any problems with Chicago. I enjoyed it. How much do I win for 4th place at Evo? $0. A big goose egg. Absolutely nothing. Not even a pat on the back or a handshake. In fact, they kicked me in the ass and threw me out. They said, hey, 4th place, have a nice light. It booted my ass. I flew down the hallway of the casino. Okay. Derek says, cast of the quarry, Shaban. Shaban Williams, David Arquette, Skylar Gizondo, Ariel Winter, Brenda Song, Evan Agoria, Ted Ramey, Lance Hendrickson, Lynn Shea, and Justice Smith. There you go. Expand Dong is liking the Fire Emblem demo. Capcom and Sonic Origins seem alright. I'll play Sonic at the end of the day. They're ROM collections. I mean, that is true. Although, I just read something at Summer Game Fest today. They did a digital thing about it. Did you guys, and by the way, thank you to the anonymous $3 tipper. I'll read that out in a second. Did you guys know? I had no idea about this. Did you guys know the original Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack had input from Michael Jackson and one of his writers? And because of that, they no longer can use the original soundtrack because technically there's a legal battle over the soundtrack of Sonic 3 because Michael Jackson's estate is involved. So they actually, for this new collection, they redid some of the tracks for Sonic 3 because they couldn't use the original music because they were afraid of getting sued. How crazy is that? I never knew that. I had no idea. Like, which ones? Right? Which fucking ones? Anyway. Interesting, huh? So yeah, this new Sonic Origins coming out in a couple of weeks. We'll have new music. Cool. The anonymous tipper to me $3 says more than 100 suggestions so far for the members only Viewers Choice Award. Yes. So for those of you who aren't aware, I didn't talk about it today because we were more all about, Summer Game Fest. So the nominations are open for the upcoming Viewers Choice event. I opened them back on Wednesday. Okay. I guess that was yesterday. There's 2 threads. There's one for public thread for everyone and one for members only. Please nominate games in those threads on the main channel page of DSP Gaming. That's going to run for about a week to 2 weeks. And then what I'm going to do is tally up all of your nominations. The games that have been most frequently nominated and didn't violate the rules of the nominations will end up in a final poll. Okay? And that poll will run for about a week to determine what the Viewer's Choice playthrough will be come July. I do want to make an amendment about this. I want to make an amendment to this because some people, for some reason, are nominating MMOs. No, MMOs are not eligible. Those are multiplayer games with no technical ending. I'm not playing an MMO as a playthrough. You can't even do a playthrough of an MMO. You're basically doing an ongoing project. So people are like, oh, play old school RuneScape or play this MMO. No, MMOs are not eligible. So if you nominate it, it's just you're throwing your nomination away because there's no way I'm playing an MMO. Okay? Just so you know. Have I ever gone to a carnival? Yes, I have. I've been to many carnivals. If you was a kid, if you was an adult, yes. Derek, of the people that you listed, yeah, I know that the elderly woman who's in it was from the Insidious movies and other horror movies, but I don't know her name. I think you're saying her name is Lynn Shay. Obviously, I know Mr. Henriksen from the Alien movies. Obviously, I know David Arquette. I think I may recognize 1 or 2 of the younger actors, but we won't know till tomorrow. I'm not getting ahead of myself here. Jade loves horror games and movies. Me too. Zombie Wolfpack says, what was the best horror movie or game that gave you a really good jump scare? Horror movies give me jump scares all the time because they're designed that way, But I always answer this the same way. The one game with the worst jump scare that literally I almost launched a piece of poop into my pants was Resident Evil 1, the hallway of the mansion when the demon dog jumps through the window. When that happened, okay, I never, ever expected that was going to happen because no games had that kind of stuff back then. There were no jump scares in games. There was no actual true horror in video games at that time. That game was an innovator. And I was like, when that happened, dude, my heart was pounding. I was like, when I and then for the rest of the game, see, the thing is, are there a lot of jump scares in that game? Not really. There's maybe like 2 or 3 big ones, if that. But once that first one happens, that now sets the pace for the rest of the game. You always think that there's going to be another jump scare around every fucking corner. You always expect it. So it makes you scared as shit because you always think there's another one. It worked. The formula worked perfectly. And Resident Evil 1 still to this day, that's the crazy jump scare that stands out in my mind. Even all the horror games I played since then, that's the one that stands out for me. Bookworm says that snake boss fight in Resident Evil 1 is crazy. Yeah, absolutely it's crazy. I agree. Very scary, creepy. Because you know why? Tank controls. You can't target the goddamn thing. You're trying to, I gotta shoot it, I can't. Can't fucking tell if I'm pointing at it. You waste all your ammo. With Drade says Resident Evil 2 liquors got him. Resident Evil 4 wasn't as scary as I remembered. Nah. First of all, your first playthrough of any horror game is the scariest because you don't know what to expect. Your second playthrough will never be as scary as the first because you already know everything that's coming. There's not going to be any surprises, I am Kazam. I don't even know the difference between millennials or Gen X. I don't care. John the Hammer. So what's the last movie I saw in theaters? Did I enjoy it? The last movie I saw in theaters was Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, Spider-Man Homecoming. And I did like it. Oh, yeah? Derek says, I know Brenda's song in the Quarry. Her partner is Macaulay Culkin. So are they married or they're together, you're saying? She's from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I've never seen The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. So, don't know anything about that, but interesting. Do I ever wear PJs when I go to sleep? I actually get into a nice big onesie. You know the onesies where it actually has the leg goes all the way down, covers your foot, and it has that like that special texture on the bottom of the foot, so you need to wear a slipper or a shoe. You put your feet into it. So it's a full body onesie, and I put it up. It goes all the way up to my neck, and I button it up nice and tight. And then I got a nightcap, a big, you know those caps that look like you ever seen like Christmas time? You know, Ma and her kerchief and I and my cap. We settled down for a long winter. I put on one of those nice long hats. It looks like Santa's hat. And then I bundle up. I have. All right, I'm just gonna stop. I did not see the Detective Pikachu movie, so I probably will not recognize that actor, Derek. He says one of the actors is from Detective Pikachu. Dark Maggie says, in my opinion, the scariest games are Silent Hill 2, Fatal Frame 2. I remember not being able to play Silent Hill 3 for months after they introduced the Pyramid Head. See, I didn't play the Silent Hills till I was a YouTuber. My first playthroughs of those games are my first experiences with them. Are they creepy? Yeah, but I was an adult, so I wasn't scared. And maybe if I was younger and I played them, it would have scared the shit out of me. Resident Evil, I played it, what was I, young teenager? I think it was like 95 it came out, something like that. So I was like 13. Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. Anonymous Tipper to the $1.50 says, an unpopular opinion, but shouldn't be. Metal Gear Solid 1 through 3 controls are absolute dog shit. Anyone pretending otherwise is a Kojima fanboy. Someone's trying to stir some shit. All right? I didn't say that. Now, I insinuated it in all of my playthroughs of those games, but I never outright said that. Mr. Kojima-san, I respect you, sir, as a game maker. Please, include me in your new video game. No, he's making a new game. I guess it's a horror game. And it might star the character who was, what was her name? Mama from his Death Stranding game. She might be the main character of it. And it's supposed to be about drug abuse and addiction and like depression, but also horror. So if that's true, it sounds good to me. It sounds very interesting. And I hope to be in it. I hope Mr. Kojima-san, if you could include me in your game. All right, he's never going to put me in one of his games. Okay. I agree, Derek. He says, I love that 12 Minutes and Bugsnax have great acting cast. He likes games that have real actors doing the voice acting. And the thing is, with a game like The Quarry, it's all about also the mocap. These actors are all doing mocap. So it's cool because they already have mannerisms. You know, they know how to act. They have mannerisms, things down. So the movement of the character looks realistic, as opposed to some of these games where it's just some guy in front of a computer trying to simulate human motion. The realistic mocap of these games, Supermassive Games make, is really good. Okay. Did I ever consider getting a tattoo? Yes. Yes. When I was young, I was stupid, and I thought that I wanted to get, no exaggeration, a Harley Davidson or another kind of a chopper motorcycle, and I thought that I wanted to get, like, tattoos on my back and on my arms. And then I got older, and I said, that is really stupid. I'm glad I didn't do that, because I would regret it today. I would not want that. Large Marge. She says, I remember Large Marge. Yes. Large Marge and Pee-wee's Big Adventure got me, too. Large Marge got everyone. All right? It did. Large Marge was scary as shit back then. And also, the dentist scene. Do you remember the scene where they're at the doctor? Or the dentist? I think it's the doctor, not the dentist. They're at the he's at the doctor. And he's like, oh, are they okay? And the doctor takes off the surgical mask, and they have this big teeth and cartoonish, like, horror grin painted on their face. He goes, he scares the shit out of you. Like, I gotta take a shit. I'm out of here, man. I gotta go. Oh. That always got me, too. So there's two scary scenes in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Those two always got me. Did I ever have a remote control toy? I want to say yes. I distinctly remember maybe having a... What was it? Like a little dune buggy? It might have been a dune buggy, but I swear I had one that played a siren, like a cop car. But I don't remember having a cop car. I remember the siren. But I don't think it was a cop car. So I definitely had some kind of remote control vehicle at some point. I don't remember it being very durable. I think it broke relatively quickly. Dark Maggot says, Pee-wee as a character is creepy as hell. Pee-wee as a character, when you're an adult and you're watching it, is weird. When you're a kid, you think he's funny. You think he's an innocent goofball character, right? Like, Pee-wee's supposed to have the mind of a child. So, it's okay, it's funny when you're young. But then when you get older and you look at it and you're like, All this guy needs to do is snap and, dude, we got major problems. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Obviously, Pee-wee is incredibly wealthy. If you watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure, his house is lined with all these gadgets and gizmos, these giant, what do they call them? Those devices. There's a word for them. Rube Goldberg device, right? Where his house has all this elaborate robots and technology doing things for him. So obviously he has tons of money. Or else how else would he have all these elaborate things set up in his home? And obviously he's a genius, like he's an idiot savant. He set all that shit up himself. So he's a genius to do that. But he's also an idiot. So imagine like if one day he just went fucking postal on everyone, right? He comes out with a giant robot mech that he built with his money and it's shooting bombs and shit. All right, let's stop. I don't even want to think about a Pee-wee horror movie. Let's stop this right now. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee-wee, followed by Pee-wee has had enough of your shit. All right, enough of that. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, I own Transformers. Yep. I owned Transformers toys when I was a kid. Yep. I had a lot of them, actually. I had Optimus Prime. I had a bunch of the ones that were like trucks or cars. I think I had Jazz. I don't think I ever had Bumblebee. I had Jazz. I had a Jazz one. I definitely had a Starscream variation. Not the original, but like one of the variations. I had one of the ones that all went together and built into a giant one, but it wasn't the Constructicons, so it wasn't Devastator, and it wasn't the Insecticons. I don't remember what it was. It was like another one of those. Yeah, but I did like Transformers. Yes. Also, Mr. Bean could be very dark if he was real. Okay. Hui. Was Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark the better horror show? Goosebumps. Are You Afraid of the Dark was alright, but Goosebumps I watched. Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I didn't watch Goosebumps actively on TV. I was a little too old for it at that time. But I read all the Goosebumps books before it became a TV show, and I loved the books. I thought the books were very scary. So I would say Goosebumps first because I read the books. I don't know if the show translated into, or the books translated into a show as well, but I loved the books. Derek, I'm not aware of any other Paul Reubens movies besides the Pee-wee movies. I don't think I've seen him in another one, so I can't really comment on any other Paul Reubens. Oh, wait, I take that back. He was in Mystery Men, wasn't he? I thought he was all right in Mystery Men as one of the superheroes. Stu the Guitar says, if you woke up and you were in the AVGN shoes, what bad game would you pick to review in his style? I would break the internet and I would review Metal Gear Solid franchise. I would do an expose, all three, the Metal Gear Solid original trilogy in the AVGN style, and the entire internet would just completely explode. Kojima fanboys would be at war with AVGN fanboys. The streets would run red with blood. That's what I would do. Okay. I forgot he was in Blow. I think you're right. I think I remember now. He was in Blow. But I only saw that movie once. But again, I would have to be the angry video game nerd. I can't do that myself today. If I did obviously it would be a parody video. But if I did that with Metal Gear Solid, like just completely destroying them in a review style, no one would care. But if the angry video game nerd did it, people would notice. And then there would be a lot of problems. Excuse me. Can Ghost Runner be an option for game nomination? I mean, I don't know what Ghost Runner is, but I guess so. Easy peasy. I don't know what it is. Ghost Runner. Favorite video I ever made? Oh, God. My favorite video I ever made. I've had so much fun over the years. 14 years I've been a content creator now, man. Various playthroughs are super fun. Some streams have been super fun. Marathons. You know, there's been a lot of fun over the years. I can't pinpoint one particular thing. You know, honestly, I used to like to travel and do travel vlogs. I used to like to do convention shit. I like it all. Oh, this idiot. Get him out of here. Okay. AVGN or Scott the Woz? I've never seen Scott the Woz. I know who he is because I see posts about him on Twitter. I see people mentioning him, and I see sometimes he ends up in my feed posting one of his new videos, but I've never watched one of his vids, so I don't know. I also haven't seen anything. Apparently, people have told me AVGN to this day is still making videos. I watched AVGN in his formative years, like his original videos from like maybe like 2006, 2007, all the way through when I became a content creator on YouTube. I'd probably say through like maybe 2009, maybe even as late as 2010, maybe I saw a video. And then, cold turkey, I just quit, and I never watched after. I've heard, you guys have told me about him. I've seen clips, but I've never seen anything after that. So I guess what you have to say, like modern AVGN versus Scott the Woz, who's better? I would have to do like a head-to-head. You know? What's the worst video game movie I've ever seen? The worst video game movie I've ever seen. I gotta think about this. What ones did I see? You know, there's movies that when I saw them, I actually didn't think they were that bad, but today they're awful. Like The Wizard. Did you guys ever see the movie The Wizard, Fred Savage? It's a movie about a kid who's like a savant. He's traumatized by the death of his sister, but he's really good at video games. So these kids run away from their parents and travel across the country for him to enter a video game tournament. At the time, I absolutely loved that movie. I thought it was great because it had Nintendo games in it. There was comedy. I liked Fred Savage at the time. I was a fan of The Wonder Years. And then, now I watch it, and I'm like, I can't even watch this for like 10 minutes. It's bad. It's like really bad. Christian Slater's in it. He's terrible. Like every player, every actor is bad. Beau Bridges is in it. He's bad. They're all bad. And I think, you know, when you have a movie that has an ensemble cast of good actors, but the movie sucks, it's probably because the direction is terrible or the script is bad. Probably not because of the actors. It's still an anomaly. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it just as an oddity. You'll probably get a good laugh out of how bad it is. Just to give you some perspective, there's a scene where there's a girl, underage girl, who's one of the main characters, and she screams out, "You touched my breast," at an older man to get him in trouble. And everyone laughed. Everyone thought that was funny. Okay. Anyway, I remember that. But anyway, I mean, the movie that I remember absolutely hating at the time, but now I kind of like it, Super Mario Brothers. When I saw Super Mario Brothers in the theaters, it was the biggest fucking atrocity ever. It has literally nothing to do with the video games in any way. There's no connection. They call things the same. Oh, it's a Koopa, it's a Bob-omb. It's nothing to do with the video games. It's just they took the source material, they stomped it into paste, they shat on it, they pissed on it, they burned it, they electrocuted it, they fucking stabbed it, you know, they rolled it over, kneaded it into dough, baked it, ate it, shat it out, ate it again, shat it out again, performed voodoo ritual curses on it, and then put it on film. And that's the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's that bad. But it's a dirty pleasure because it's bad. It's so bad, you can watch it now and laugh like crazy at it. Because it's so bad, it's funny as shit. When you know the frame of reference, for example, John Leguizamo and, oh God, what's the name of the actor? The main actor. I can't remember his name. The guy who framed Roger Rabbit. I'm sure I'll think of his name in a minute. But anyway, those two main actors, okay, outright admitted that they were drunk the entirety of the movie. They literally would drink. Bob Hoskins, thank you. Bob Hoskins, who, by the way, is an outstanding actor. Okay, rest in peace, Bob. I miss him. He's a really good actor. They literally admitted the movie script was so bad that they would drink. Him and John Leguizamo would get together, hang out, and drink, and then go to the set to film. This is the only way they could get through it because the movie sucks so bad. That's crazy they would admit that. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. I was so unprofessional because that movie was such dog shit. So there you go. Now, I know that there's terrible movies like everyone's like, oh, the Uwe Boll movies. I've never seen one. I purposely never saw an Uwe Boll movie. So I can't say that they were bad video game movies because I never seen them. I'm sure they are, but I've never seen them. Mortal Kombat movie I like. I still like it. With Dre Day says I keep falling asleep watching it. I actually like it. I think it's good. Oh my God, Derek has like the entire filmography of Paul Rubens. Flight of the Navigator, I didn't see it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I didn't see it. Batman Returns. He must be in it for like 10 seconds. The Nightmare Before Christmas, I didn't even know he was in it. The original Blues Brothers, I didn't know he was in that. Nice Dreams, I don't know what that is. Wow. Benson, internet is never perfect. He's like, isn't it good that I've been doing these new React things recently and my internet's been fine for it, but I had some blips and bloops in my internet a couple months back. It just happens. It's the nature of the beast. You know, internet lines, they're landlines, and you got to be reliant on them. If there's anything, if there's bad weather, if there's a fucking squirrel chewing a line out there, you know, anything could add to the internet having a few issues. I'm lucky I haven't had many. The other day I had one. It was actually a week ago when I did my first The State of Play React. My internet dropped and then came right back, and then I didn't have an issue since then. So, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm used to it over the year. I've been 14 years I've been doing this, and my internet goes out, you know, you deal with it. You get it fixed if you need to, but usually it comes right back. Yeah, see, the Street Fighter movie also is a guilty pleasure. The original Street Fighter movie is like not good, but it's a guilty pleasure because it's funny because it's so bad. That's correct. MK2 is the horrible one. It's actually called Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That movie is shit. That movie sucks ass. The original Mortal Kombat movie is pretty funny and good. Oh, God, you're right. Derek says that Paul Rubens played the Penguin's father, Tucker Cobblepot, in Batman Returns. He's absolutely right. It's for one brief scene, and that's why I didn't remember it. Wow. Nah, I never was a huge fan of Beavis and Butthead. I watched some of it, but I wasn't like a super fan. I remember going to see the movie. I remember seeing the movie with my dad, and we just thought it was kind of okay. There was a few funny scenes, but we actually thought a lot of the movie was kind of boring. No, I never watched Mickey Mouse shows, actually. No, that was one thing. We never had the Disney Channel, so I never saw Mickey Mouse stuff. Yeah. Will I ever replay Singularity? Maybe one day if it's available, like digitally somewhere, and, you know, maybe. I don't know. Never really had demand for it. And The Nightmare Before Christmas, Paul Rubens plays Locke. Who the hell is Locke? Locke? Doesn't even ring a bell. I've seen that movie a lot. Yes, I watched the real Ghostbusters as a kid. That was a really good cartoon because I was a super fan of the original Ghostbusters movie. And then I watched the real Ghostbusters cartoon like really, really, you know, every week when it was on Saturday mornings. And then I was dying for Ghostbusters 2 when it came out. I was so ecstatic when it came out. I already played Genshin Impact, Kevin. Been there, done that. Definitely not playing that sucker again. By the way, guys, we're winding down here. Probably another 5-10 minutes tops for Q&A. So any final questions, anything you guys want to ask me? Thanks for chilling with me here tonight because we had some extra time. I appreciate the support, obviously, as well, to everyone who supported the stream. Thank you. The main character of Callisto Protocol is Josh Duhamel. The name rings a bell, but what has he played before? I guarantee you I know things he's done because that name is very familiar to me. Josh Duhamel. Locke, that's right. Locke is one of the trick-or-treating trio. That's right. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that was Paul Rubens. I never knew that. Oh, seriously? He's the protagonist of Transformers movies? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's the guy who's in Callisto Protocol. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool because I'll be honest with you guys. I kind of feel like you get the impression when you watch him act in movies like Transformers that like he's a good actor. He just is never given good material. You know what I mean? Like those Transformers movies are shit. The plots are terrible, and the human characters are stupid. You know, so I actually wonder if he's been in other movies that are like dramatically better, and he's a much better actor than he's you led to believe by just watching the Transformer movies. Shout out to X Shooter who did a super chat. Says, did I ever watch Johnny Bravo? No, I did not. Johnny Bravo was on the tail end. I was getting older and I wasn't really watching cartoons anymore. So no, I never saw it. I know it was very popular. A lot of people liked it at the time, but I never watched that show. Also, Phil Smokes Shit to me $1.50. He says, I'm going to get shit from the Druckmann fanboys. No, I'm not. No one cares. He says, fuck them. No one should pay $70 for a remaster. I loved your take. I'm not going to get any shit. No one cares. I get shit from all these idiots, and I ignore it, and it does absolutely nothing. If anything, some moron will post it on Reddit, and I'll get another 20,000 extra views on my channel that help boost it on YouTube, and I'll laugh. You know, it's funny. I was actually looking. So, you guys know recently on Reddit, they've been posting my videos up there. You guys know that, right? Like, they're idiots. They posted it on Live Stream Fails. They posted one on, like, something about beggars of streaming or something like that. So, like, 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks, they posted me on Reddit. Guess what? I made $100 in ads on those suckers. They're so stupid. I was looking. I was curious. I was like, I just wonder. So I looked at those videos. Those videos made hundreds of dollars in ad revenue. And I'm like, wow, what a bunch of dumb shits. They literally paid me with their dumb shit. Go ahead, keep linking me all over Reddit. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Stupid morons. Oh man, Derek says the first movie he ever watched was Kung Fu Panda 2. He remembers McDonald's had meal tie-ins. They had different ice creams for each character. Man, what was the first movie I ever saw? Okay, I remember the first movie I ever saw in theaters was Transformers the movie, the animated movie. I think 1985, 1986, something like that. Yeah, I saw it with my dad. That was the very first movie in theaters I saw. It blew me the fuck away. Remember the soundtrack for the Transformers movie? It's all like 80s awesome music. It has Weird Al in there. It's got rock bands, all kinds of good shit. Yeah. It's good stuff. What kind of music do I listen to? I listen to the soundtrack of the Transformers movie from the 1980s on loop. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. I forgot his name. The guy who composed all the music for that movie. He did so many different ones. There's a Dare to Believe We Can Survive. And, man, there's so many good songs in that. Yeah. You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. I love that song, but I forgot the guy's name. I'm glad you were here for Q&A tonight as well, Derek. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow if you could be here for the Quarry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah? Apparently I'm being told it was used in Rock Band, the soundtrack of Transformers. Did I watch Captain Planet? Yes, I did. I watched Captain Planet. I didn't like look for it, but you know, when you're a kid, it's like Saturday mornings. You just watch. You flip it through the channels. You're watching what's on, and if Captain Planet was on and there was nothing else, I would watch it. So I've seen a bunch of it. I have not read any books in a million years, Benson. No, I used to, but I haven't read in a long time. Mr. Puffy Nipples to the $1.50 said Fall Guys or Fortnite. It really depends on the mood. Like, Fall Guys is just silly fun, but you can't really take it seriously. Fortnite, you know, obviously it's competitive. There's whole competitive circuits for it. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. But for me personally, it would be Fall Guys. But if you're comparing, like, skill level, probably Fortnite. Have you ever watched Brother Bear the movie? I'm pretty sure I've seen it at least once, but I don't remember it. No, I'm not getting Fall Guys when it's free. I've been there, done that. I've played the hell out of it. You know, when it was free 2 years ago on PS Plus, I had it. I played it. I played many seasons after that. I don't want to go back to it. What did I like and dislike about Fire Emblem Three Houses? I liked the variety of characters because there were so many characters you could use and their different play styles. I liked how over time you could cater that character and kind of branch out and create how you ever wanted them to play based on their skill trees and things. And admittedly, I did like the Three Houses plotline. What I didn't like, number one, it was too long. A game like that, yeah, I understand. There's a ton of content or whatever, but it was too drawn out. The story could have been more abridged and more interesting rather than being that extended. And in addition, I did not like the fights where literally it's trial and error. Like, there's no way going into a fight you're going to know what's going to happen because it'll be like, oh, your objective is to kill those guys over there. So you go over there to kill them and then, oh, you've been surrounded by surprise attack. Wait, what? Now there's no way I would have known that, and now I lose. But I already played for like 45 minutes. Now I got to redo the whole fucking stage over. That's bullshit. That pisses me off. It'll be one thing if it's like, oh, you lost in 5 minutes. No, these stages are very slow paced. They take forever. And just redo it because you didn't know that you were going to get sneak attacked. That's bullshit. That really pissed me off. So those are my gripes with it. I don't know if I'm playing Fire Emblem Three Hopes. I haven't decided. My favorite Ninja Turtle back in the day was Michelangelo because he was a party dude. Today, I don't know. Maybe we'll see when I play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge in 1 week's time. I have no idea who's my favorite turtle now. All right, Derek, I guess I'll see you for the night stream tomorrow. Hopefully you're not spoiled too much on the game, though, because you'll miss the daytime stream. Oh, man, Vito Jr. says, what pre-direct capture game would you like to redo next? It's an interesting question. I wonder. You know, I never did direct capture of Fallout 3. I did 2 playthroughs of it, and neither are direct capture. That's got to be done at some point with its DLCs, you know, and interactive with you guys on stream. I'm trying to think, like, back in the day, what were the playthroughs that I did that were non-direct capture and that you guys would like to see direct capture and streamed? I guess I would have to go back through my videography from back in the day and see what are the classics from back then that maybe you guys would like to see again. Bully, I already did. Bully halfway through the first playthrough went direct capture, and then I redid it again later on direct capture. Yeah, Donatello was always the best in the original Ninja Turtles arcade game because his bow staff had insane reach. That's correct. Yes, Kubi Contract, I do take suggestions for future reacts. I do. Jade, have a good night. I think it's time to wrap it up. Guys, thank you. I want to say thanks to everyone who chilled, supported, asked questions, interacted. This was a great Q&A session. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. All right, let's wrap it up for the night. Until next time. Awesome.